Morning, guys. It has been London session for 45, 46 minutes. So let's just kind of take a look of what's happening. So dollar, we've come into this daily zone, which we've all been looking at, and now potentially waiting to see if price now is gonna continue lower, or if we're actually gonna have one more run, kind of dig a little bit deeper up into here, and then actually have that continuation back down a little bit lower. On the 4 hour, you can see we've still got this zone up here. Daily, we've tested, but now we have actually broken structure. So now potentially we could see something like this that could potentially be on the table. Dropping it down into lower time frame lows, we did have a small shift here. Price came back up, we tested it, and now we are actually kind of heading a little bit back down lower. I do want to see if price is actually going to confirm break this or not going into the London. We will probably see going Asian, London, and then potentially going into New York, have that crossover. I'm not saying that will happen, but sometimes we do get moves like this. So yeah, let's kind of wait and kind of see what happens with that. US 30, honestly, I haven't been trading this week. It's just been a little bit long, slow. You can see there were a couple nice trading opportunities last week, which I spoke about in the video. I did want to see yesterday if we were going to come back down into this level like Nas did. We didn't, and we just reacted. And again, that's fine. That is what that is. So I am kind of waiting. On the 4 hour, you can see we have actually had this distribution, which this actually tested. This actually tested daily supply, which was here. So now we do have this hourly zone, which is here, which is just an imbalance within here, which I do think we could probably meet. We could run everything in here and then actually finally change our direction of bias. So I'm going to wait and see what happens with that. Nas, yesterday, run through quickly. Daily, we swept, literally just swept this high. We came close to this daily order, but we didn't. I can put the line here. So we didn't come into this as of yet. That doesn't mean to say that we can't, but we swept this high. From that high being swept, well, let's go to from that high being swept, you can see price came down lower. We just swept this high one more time, price broke down again, and now we're just taking the range of this wick. You can see we got that test, then we had that first little shift, and then this is our kind of major shift that I was looking for, mostly from this high because it was this low came up and it produced this low. This was our 30-minute supply zone. You can see price came in and tested it. I was actually looking for shorts of this. If you guys are following my videos, I've actually been looking for a short of this zone. Price came in, almost came up to because we didn't. Price came in off the 5-minute. This is where I was trading yesterday. You can see we had this big buy to sell, looking at the 50% of this zone. You can see we get it again. Price breaks up, but then we break structures lower. Price pulls up again, then we break structures again. So we're just looking for the zone that caused this. First entry was off a 15-minute imbalance, which was here. 15-minute imbalance, dropping it down on the 5. The second one was an order, which was at this 5-minute, because I had a feeling that we could have potentially just ran up off it again. We can even use a fib. Even use your fib, you can see the 705 lines there really nicely with the open of this movement in the 786 I got here as well. So boom, first entries. Price then breaks down lower. You can see breaker structure. Looking for the zone that caused this on that 15-minute. For me, that was the most cleanest, really nice entry here, second entry. It's just basic, simple, looking for the consolidation, the manipulation, which also tested previous supply, and then we get that follow for breaker structure, looking for the test that caused this break. This is our test zone. Now we're looking for price to come back down. Now we did actually meet objectives on this trade. I did call this out before when price was in and around here. I did have, this is a call out going into the 30%. I don't know whether this has failed, but we can see there we go. So you can see price then actually came in to this zone really, really nice. So where do we stand from this? Well, on a 5 minute, we still have this zone in here, which technically, yes, is actually valid still. We could see some sort of reaction from this zone. I would not be surprised if price broke through this zone. Just looking at the dollar, I think we could maybe kind of push a little bit lower, depending on if we want to kind of do this and actually take out these equal highs. And on NAS, we do have these equal lows in here. Now, 1200 or 12,000 is a major zone that I'm looking for. You can see just on our structure standpoint, we have our high, lower high, 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 lower high, 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 lower high, higher high. So until either this low or this high gets broken, this is our whole trading range that we can be trading from. Now, we do have a really big imbalance within this zone. In here, we have a big imbalance, and we've also got a lot of resting liquidity in the form of lows just in here. So this is why I could potentially be looking for that run, and then that dive back down into this zone, and then that potentially means dollar could run and then take out these highs, and vice versa. So I'm going to wait and see what reactions are on this zone. I do have an order in here, not a massive order, just a 0.25% risk, just to kind of see, because I'm not fully confident, but like there could generally be some sort of reaction from here, so it is still quite good to look. There's also a 1 minute zone which I'm looking at, which is all the way up here, and if we take 50% of this whole move, you can see 50%. The 1 minute is just above this 50%, so again, that is nice to see. So I'm going to just wait and see what happens on this pair, and see if we can get kind of that follow through, potentially even back down into imbalance zones in here. That does not mean that if price invalidates this, we could not just pull back and then go long. So it's all about just adapting. As long as you can just understand quickly what everything is happening, then it's just going to be a lot easier. But so far, we are bullish. We're looking for that intermediate pullback. I mean, price hasn't even come into the 50% yet. So even if we just ran these lows, that could still be a nice potential target. So probably have first targets here, and then if price does run through, then hold off on other positions. Yesterday's target was this kind of sell to buy movement. You can see all of these got met really, really nice. So now just looking for continuations, and then if not, then potentially we could get that that bullish move just straight through it. Potentially what I do want to see is we had this New York supply that was created. We came into the Asian session, we kind of swept kind of these lows. I'd still probably have that as like a target, to be fair. Going into London, so Asian London, and then could go into seeing that New York, and then we have that rollover one more time. So just gonna wait and see what happens with this, and kind of just evolve and go from there. Not much has actually been happening that crazy across the board, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, let's see. AU still waiting for some sort of move up here. Personally, I haven't found anything clean on this trade. Could have potentially got valid entries from here. That would have been nice for that continuation. This is just the zone that caused this break. I would have not been surprised if it come down and just tested this low and took out this wick. It didn't though. It is reacting. I have not touched this pair all week. It's just been dry. If I do get some sort of move that I do want to potentially look to trade from, that's sweet. But so far, AU's been dead. Euro pound, obviously the shorts broken down last week, on Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday. Really nice distribution. Actually having my final targets, as you can see, which is down here. So I was actually just targeting, yeah, that 50%. So almost achieved target on this, but still about 12 pips away. But let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if soon. There's a lot of things in here which don't need to be filled and tested, but I'm still exactly waiting for this London high to New York high to get taken. Everything down here has just been a big correction. So I am still looking for that up move, whether we're going to come down a bit deeper. So this is going to kind of be quite a crucial point. I'm only going to be looking for buys if and when we've actually shifted some significant structures, if price is actually really broken above potentially or something like, but again, so far nothing has really been catching my eye too much. Gold as well, I was looking for a potential buy off of this zone in here. I didn't actually place this trade, but I just had the idea there just to see what the reactions would be. I was looking to potentially just take out this high, which price is looking like it's already doing. We did come down a bit deeper. That's fine because you can see this is your low. This is your structure that we're playing with. So it is actually still, even though it came down lower, it is still valid. And this is probably just testing whatever was in this wick. And I'm pretty sure if we grab the wick, pull it down, 50% got hit. Again, gold, I'm literally looking at nothing interesting so far. This week has just been just correction. What we could see is this is our impulse. This is now our correction, and we're just looking for that impulse again. So all eyes on, we definitely could potentially see some sort of move like this. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Just gonna have to wait for the New York session to open and kind of get more of a bias of what happens then. But if you guys got any questions, please let me know. Feel free to fire away and I will help you as much as I can. All right, guys.